Hi, I'm Kerry Garrison.
And I'm Chad Handy.
And welcome back to the Firearms Show. And today we have got an old classic. And when I say old, I mean old. This is the Mosin Nagant. And if you've been in firearms for a while, you've heard of this thing. These were available on the surplus market for a long time in about the $100 range. Mm-hmm. I know some people who bought them 10, 15 years ago for as low as $60.
Yep.
And this one I picked up $100 with a bunch of ammo, 440 rounds of ammo along with it. So good deal, but the condition was horrible.
Yes, it was horrific.
The stock was the original kind of red color, and the lacquer was all peeling off. It was in really sad shape. I just couldn't let it sit like that. So I refinished it in this blonde. This is actually the natural color. Sanded it all down, put a bunch of coats of polyurethane on it, and I think it turned out pretty nice.
Yeah, it did.
Polished up the bolt and everything. Hey, so now it's a nice looking gun. But what did you think of shooting it?
It actually runs clean. I mean, we're hitting steel at 350 all day with this thing.
No scope, baby. Hitting steel at 350 yards without a scope, on a target that big, it's kind of a challenge.
It is a little bit of a challenge, but that's what makes us who we are.
But this thing will knock you on your buttocks. Note, there's no muzzle brake on this thing. It's got a little bit of kick to it. Probably don't want to start off your 6-year-old on something like this.
Oh, I wouldn't advise it.
It is going to have quite a bit of kick. It's a 762 by 54R cartridge. It's got a lot of meat to it, a lot of propellant to it, and it goes down range pretty good.
Yes, it does.
Now, the story of these were originally designed in the 40s. Russian military used these. There was another model that was a little tuned up, which was the sniper rifle.
Yes.
And that was a nice model.
Yeah, the 91. Which model was it?
There's so many of them now. But one of the things that makes these unique is that they have been used in every military conflict since 1942. Afghanistan, Iraq, you name it, you'll see a Mosin Nagant.
It's cheap. The ammo's cheap. It shoots true. I mean, you can't really ask for any more.
Well, and they built like 10 million of them, or some ridiculous number, and so they're still in circulation, and they're available on the surplus market fairly inexpensively.
I agree.
Now, Archangel actually makes a pretty cool stock for it. Makes it look more like a modern sniper rifle.
It does. I kind of like the fact that it has the 10-round mags.
Oh, that's right. This is a 5-round. You load it from the top. That Pro Mag standard magazine underneath. Pretty handy. Now, as I said, you'll see these in every major conflict, really made popular with the movie Enemy at the Gates.
Yes.
Talking about how the Russian snipers used these extremely successfully.
Yes, I mean, you can't really go wrong with the cartridge. I mean, the 760 by 54R is pretty devastating round. So.
It is, and if the round doesn't kill him, the shockwave will. It's a powerful round, but it's still not so powerful that it's uncomfortable or too difficult to shoot.
No, not at all. I mean, I'm more comfortable shooting this from the shoulder standing up than anything else. So.
Yeah. Now, when we started testing it, we pulled out our Monty Gear AR rest, got it up on the bench, made sure it was tinging pretty well. Yeah. We were shooting out the steel out there, and then tried different stances. You were doing really good just standing handheld.
Yeah, I mean, it was real comfortable for me, but, to each their own, so.
Yeah, I find it a little difficult, but in the kneeling position,
yes,
I was still
you were doing really well.
Doing well with it. Up against a building or some kind of structure, getting that extra little support. That can really help you because it's not a light gun.
That hit.
Although the trigger pull is only 6.5 pounds, so you don't lose too much of the accuracy in a really heavy trigger.
Yeah.
So it's still it's a good shooter. If you want something that's going to be fun to shoot, fairly inexpensive, you can buy the ammo surplus. You're going to buy either 440 round or 880
just right
cases, big wooden crates, which are kind of cool. Open them up with a can opener thing. It's kind of crazy, but for the price, everyone should have one.
Yeah, I agree.
I think it's in the same category as like the 1022, right? If you're into firearms, you should have a Mosin Nagant.
Yeah, you really should. I mean, great gun. I mean, we had a blast with it today, and looking forward to shooting it some more.
Yeah, and everybody enjoys getting it out and getting behind it because it's just one of those that's it's loud, it's got some kick to it. You know, it just feels like a big beefy gun that when you go out and shoot it.
It does.
It gives you that extra little, oh yeah, rrr, you know, Toolman Taylor kind of rrr kind of action to it. Not much in the way of features on this thing. You got your fixed front sight. You have this adjustable rear sight, which is, I can't remember what they said. It's not yards or meters. It's, I can't remember, some Russian term, but it's about equivalent to yards. So we were shooting at 350, so I had this right in the 300-ish range. And I'm surprised for something this old that we're still able to hit targets as accurately as we were.
Says a lot about the maker.
Absolutely. So get your hands on a Mosin Nagant. Maybe you'll have to refinish the stock, or maybe you'll go with one of the aftermarket stocks, but they're definitely worth having around.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So, like I said, $100 typically for the gun. One that's in really, really nice condition, probably going to be in the 150 to 170 range.
Yeah.
But you should be able to find one anywhere between $100, $150. The ammo, like I said, dirt cheap, but you have to buy it 440 rounds at a time, generally, unless you have a store near you that has some in stock and you can buy the little 20-round packs of it. But other than that, get your hands on one. They are great to shoot. They're going to be reliable. One thing to mention, though, is the rounds are corrosive. Well, what does that mean?
Corrosive, it's the primer that's actually corrosive. So it's actually, you know, a lot of people go this way or that way as far as corrosive ammo. Realistically, bring a bottle of Windex with ammonia in it, shoot it down the barrel, run a couple swabs on it, and then clean it as normal when you get home. It's a piece of cake. On the other note, Wolf does make 7.62 by 5.4R ammo that is not corrosive, so you have some choices there.
Yeah, if you want to spend a little bit more, you can buy the non-corrosive, and it'll say right on there, it's very clear because there is a distinction. But if you're using the surplus ammo with the corrosive primers, you need something like some form of ammonia cleaner to go through it. Now, what we've heard, turn around and urinate in it.
Not gonna
Not going to be my thing,
Nope.
but in a pinch, I guess. But Windex with ammonia, that's
Perfect.
my choice.
Yes, definitely.
So keep that in mind if you're going to use the stuff with the corrosive primers, that you're going to need some kind of ammonia cleaner to wash it out. And then, as Chad said, then just do your normal
Yeah, just
cleaning.
normal cleaning. You just want to neutralize the acid or the acidic nature of it. That is all. That way you don't get pits in your barrels.
Yeah, get your hands on one. It's the Mosin Nagant. Check it out. This is the Firearm Show. We'll catch you next time.
Take care.